Hey YouTube, what's going on? So for today's videos, we're out at the jumps for another digging video, and this will be episode 2 in the wee series I'm going to do of preparing the jumps for winter, which is probably going to be about 3-4 more episodes, and I'm thinking I'll upload these every Wednesdays and keep Saturdays to riding videos. And so for today's digging mission, what we want to do is everywhere where there's a carpet or a tarp with rocks on it, we want to replace it with these pegs I bought. So the other day I went to Mitre 10, bought this rubber mallet, and bought some weed mat pegs. And so the plan is to peg down all the tarps so they hopefully stay better over winter. And a couple months ago, I picked up a bunch of free carpet from builders and piled it up here. And it's a bit yuck and a bit gross, but it saves the jumps. So what I'm gonna do now is quickly pull all that out, and then we'll get into starting to peg down some of the carpet. Okay, so I'm really hoping these will go through here pretty easy. I think they should. Oh, yeah, easy as. See if this next one goes in. Oh, yeah, stoked. Yeah, so these are gonna work super good. Awesome. So all these pegs have gone in super easy, and just check there, they're all holding the carpet in way better than the weights. So I'm super stoked these pegs work. And actually a big shout out to Brock Bomber. He sent me a message the other day on Instagram to give me the idea to do this. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got the idea to do this. So thanks so much to him. I'll put his Instagram, the link below. And what we're going to do now is just get a time lapse of going through the tarps and clipping them all in. So that's all the original carpets pegged down, and it looks much better than the dirt and rocks had on top, and I think it's going to work pretty well. But one thing I did underestimate was how many pegs I was going to need. So I started off with 60, and now I've only got about 12 left. So what I'm going to do is all these leftover weights, I'm going to use them to peg down these big tarps here, because these big tarps here, you can't actually, I don't want to nail through them, so I'll use the weights to nail these down over the landing. And then what I'm going to do is pull down maybe one more tarp to put on that hip landing there, peg it in, and then we'll get into some actual digging. Alright, I'm now out of pegs, and that's the last carpet on for now. And we've never done this before at the jumps to this extent, put this many tarps on, so I'm really hoping this will make a huge difference come spring, because usually in spring it takes about, I want to say 100 hours of digging to fix everything, get the weeds off. But this year we weed sprayed everything, there's heaps of tarps on. And there's going to be more tarps going on, so I'm going to go to the shop and get some more pegs this week. But yeah, hopefully this will make a big difference. Everything will be easy to get into riding next spring. Okay, so here's the build from the last video. If you haven't watched that last video, I'll put the link in the description. You should go watch that one first. But the quarter to bank's still looking pretty good. It's definitely way too soft and wet to ride, but it's holding up well. We'll probably give it another slap up in a couple days again. But what we're going to do for today's mission is firstly move this wood back. Then we're going to do the right hand side of the quarter to bank, so you got to go left and right. So we're going to jump into a time lapse now, moving the wood out of the way and then fixing out this right hand side of the landing so you can air both ways. To start off, I've just sort of scraped away some of the excess weeds and dirt, and you can just sort of roughly see the line. I want to have it come out to about here, and if you look at it from back here, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but this side's probably a good, like at the highest point compared to the lowest point, a good half a meter higher than this side. So what I need to do now is come over to this side, stack some of the dirt up higher. And also, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to give you a good angle of it, this landing side here is all super uneven. It's got a big bump in it. So what I need to do is try and scrape this bump out and throw the dirt up to there, try and get it to match that transition on the other side. So there's quite a lot of dirt to move there to do this, so we're going to jump back in the time lapse and just get into it. Right, there we go. There is the rough shape of the landing. Roughly the same transition as the other side. It's got a nice deck to it now. And all the dirt's there ready to be slapped in. Looked from the bottom, scraped all that dirt out and replaced it. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a quick break, put the new battery in the GoPro so we can keep filming, and then slap that in so it looks buttery like the other side, and then it'll be finished. As I mentioned in the last thinking video, if you want to make sick jumps, you got to stay hydrated. Always bring a bit of fruit. Right, that apple and water went down absolute treat, and now we're going to get into the job of slapping up this landing. So I'm going to chuck you back on the time lapse and slap it up nice and buttery. There we go. There's the landing done, and now the entire quarter pipe done. So there we go. Shows that the landing's at the same angle, roughly the same height. Quickly got the top. It's got a good edge to it. And there's the quarter lip, and then there's that landing there. Boom. Sweet, so I am super stoked how this quarter to bank both ways has turned out. I'm gonna quickly now get some before and after shots, just like I did in the last video, And I know we've already done that, but I want to do one from the very start when it was a wooden quarter pipe through to now. So we got a couple of those right now. Our next job and last job of the day is going to be to fix this left-hand hip lip up here. So this is the third hip in the line. So you go step down left hip, right hip, around the sperm, and into this left hip, which does lead in the quarter pipe. So we're going to go into a quick time lapse, getting rid of the weeds, slapping it back up and fixing it, and then that will be the end of the digging for today, because we're slowly running out of light and I'm again getting pretty tired. Okay, so already this thing's looking a heck of a lot better. It's got a nice shape to it again, got a bit of an edge. And so now what I'm gonna do is grab the watering can, need to water it again, and then we'll dust some dirt over it again, slap it back in, and repeat that process a couple times, get it nice and butter, then it should be finished. So back into the time lapse. I'm gonna call this lip done. Get a load of how buttery this is. That could literally be peanut butter. Real stoked on how it's come out. There's a side view of it. Go up the top, take a look at the edge. It's got a nice edge to it. Nice and slick and smooth. Jump down to this side. That transition. Boom. Sweet. So that is that jump done. And that's going to be the end of the digging for today's video. But what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to just get a quick before and after thing of this one as well if I can. Awesome. That is going to be the end of episode 2 of preparing the trails for winter. Look forward to the next one next Wednesday. But in the meantime, be sure to drop this video a like, leave some comments, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers for watching.